how you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing good.
All right, so tell everybody your name.
I'm Danielle.
Danielle, welcome to It's Natural to Be Natural.
Thank you.
So let me ask you this. How long have you been natural?
I would say since 2007. 2007.
So 2007 is when you did what the ladies like to call the big chop.
Actually, my story is a little bit unorthodox. I actually took it, I guess, piece by piece. I did it the easy way.
What's the easy way?
When you go every month, get your hair trimmed a little bit here, a little bit there.
Okay, but still was no chemicals or nothing like that in it.
Oh, absolutely no.
Okay. So as somebody that has their hair natural, do you find it hard to like maintain different styles or anything like that, or do you find styles hard to come by with natural hair?
Absolutely, and that's actually what inspired my big chop. I did have a big chop, but it came much later because I was just tired. I didn't have anything else to do with it. But it's like a catch-22. It's beautiful, but then you're limited. So.
Okay. Did you ever have the wash and go phase?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a little bit fortunate because of my hair texture. I get to wash and go now.
Yeah, let me ask you that. When you come across other women that are natural, do they give you a hard time because of your mixed heritage and your texture of your hair is a little different than most African American women?
I would say yes, but it comes off in a sense like, oh, you should do this or you shouldn't do that, or why would you do this or why would you do that, because your hair is this way. And a lot of times when I voice my frustrations with my hair, they kind of shun me in a sense like, you don't have no room to talk. You have like gorgeous curls, and it kind of makes me feel bad actually.
No, I don't feel bad because it is what it is. But let me ask you this: when you went natural, did you notice a difference in the way men approach you versus before you were natural? Like a lot of women tell me that when they wore their chemicals in their hair or weave or whatever, they would have a more aggressive, non-respecting type approach versus when they went to natural, it was more like, hi, how you doing, ma'am? I love your hair. It was more professional and more courteous and more respectful.
I would agree. Guys seem to love the natural. Team Natural, they do. They love it because I think to them it means authenticity, not fake, and boldness. Because it takes courage to be natural.
Yeah, because we're all brought up to say that all our hair has to be bone straight, and you need to use this chemical because if it's curly or if it has a harder texture, that's not good hair and everything.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this though: as far as the response when you made the big chop and you did your little trim and stuff like that, was there any kickback from the family? Like, was anybody like, oh, why you cut your hair, or why you do this, or why you do that?
They were pouring in like left and right. Everybody. The main person being my mom. She kind of instilled in me the whole idea that you have to have long hair, kind of, and that's what's pretty.
Oh, so she's not the short hair person?
No, absolutely.
Your hair has to be long, flowing, and all that.
Absolutely, and that's what inspired my my big chop when I did get to that point. Because I felt like I needed to liberate myself from that idea of being pretty means light skin, long hair. No, I went bold. I cut it all off. I think I had what they call a 3 at a barbershop. That's what I got. So I mean. And people looked at me like I was crazy, but you know what? I never felt more beautiful and more sexy in my life.
Okay, that's very important. I do hear a lot of women saying it's empowering when they finally cut the chemicals out and start dealing with their natural hair and everything.
Yeah.
And from a guy's point of view, especially mine, I always found it hard to consider a woman a queen if she was wearing somebody else's crown. So she has her own crown. I'm looking at her as a queen. If she has some Indonesian type style or something like that. I'm like, I can still respect you, but you can't throw that queen around. You want to fall back a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe you could be queen when you get that mess out of your hair, but that's my opinion. And I do see everybody's moving and gravitating towards a natural look. I mean, we got women that are making their own hair chemicals, well, not even chemicals. They're using all natural products to maintain their hair. So I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, not a day goes by that I don't get a compliment on my hair. I don't get some kind of a compliment. And I've had people, strange as it may seem, say, "Can I touch your hair?" I
was just about to ask you that, because when I got my locks, it was kind of like, "Oh, can I touch your hair?" And they're like, "Oh, it's so soft." And then they get to asking you, like, "Oh, how do you wash it? How often do you wash it?" "I wash my hair like you wash yours." Well, like, you should wash yours. Sometimes they don't be, sometimes they go a couple weeks, but nah, I'm washing mine like you wash yours. You're going to go ahead with that.
All right.
But, yeah, I appreciate you coming out and taking your time and everything. We're about to take some pictures and everything.
Hi, I'm Danielle, and it's Naturalista.